I know it's been a while since I've uploaded anything on YouTube, and the reason why is because I really didn't have anything that I felt like was video worthy. That was until the other day when I received an ad on YouTube about this company called Bucher Law PLLC. Now, this ad claimed that they were filing a class action lawsuit against Steam, or Valve. Well, they didn't never say Valve, they just said Steam the entire time. Which I was kind of like, okay, well, that's kind of odd, but okay, whatever. So, anyways, I clicked on the link just to see what it was all about, and it had a whole like forum thing to for me to fill out. But what I thought was interesting though was that it never asked between this date and this date were you a Steam user, or did you have a Steam account between this date and this date? It never once asked that question, which I thought was kind of strange. Typically, with things like the Facebook class action settlement here a few months ago, the first thing it asked you was, were you a Facebook user between this date and this date? And there was a checkbox, yes or no. But this one didn't have that, and I thought that was kind of strange, but whatever. So the other thing, one of the things it asked, of course, was your email address, your contact information, of course, your email address, your cell phone number, as well as your Steam name. So I thought that was pretty interesting again, and it didn't really ask too many questions about how long you've been a Steam customer for. It just said, are you a Steam customer? Oh, cool. Then you qualify. And again, I thought that was just kind of strange because Steam's been around for a while. So, anyways, I would play the ad, but I can't find it anymore. Gee, I wonder why. But, anyways, so after doing all of this, I filling out this form, whatever. I was looking at the email and I was also looking at the text messages that I was getting sent, which again I thought was weird because again, even though I gave my phone number to the class action settlement with Facebook a few months back, they never once texted me. They emailed me confirming that I had um, basically signed up, basically saying thank you for your interest or whatever, basically confirming I'd entered in my email address. This one with Steam not only contacted me through text message, which again I thought that was strange, but also through email. But and of course they said on here that it's Will from Bucher Law PLLC. We emailed you a retainer agreement for you to sign so we can get started on your compensation claim against Valve. Okay, well, they did mention Valve there. But if it is easier to sign on your phone, you can do so here, and it sends a link, in which again says Bucher Leverage Law signature requests, blah 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 blah. And I just kind of sat on it for a couple of days as I was looking into these guys, seeing if this was even legit. Of course, the Steam name that I gave them in conjunction with the email does not exist. The email that I gave them is my actual email. However, I didn't give them the right Steam account name. So, yeah, there's that. But, anyways, I probably would have gotten that fixed if it was legit. But, anyways, so I sat on it for a couple days, and again, they sent me another message 2 days later saying it's Will from Bucher Law PLLC. We'd love to get you compensated, but we need a signed retainer agreement to get started. You can sign on your phone here and link again, and they say it only takes a minute. Okay, whatever. So I decided that to test if this number was even real, the number that was texting me, I should say, I've decided that I was going to call the number. So let's go ahead and do that.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. Announcement for Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as...
So it's a fake number. So that is one Um, that, of course, was a major red flag, as for those of you who don't know, I go after scams like crazy. Most people that call, they call from that are calling from a scam call center, call with a fake or spoofed number. So if you ever call them back, chances are you're either going to get an answer like that, or you're going to get some random person that has no idea what you're talking about. So, and they're being legit, not thank you for calling Microsoft Tech Support. My name is Mike Johnson. This is a bit on the same lines, except that they're utilizing Google Ads in order for you to click on their stuff. And that is concerning, simply because of the fact that this is concerning simply because this obviously targets younger people who play Steam, who play games on Steam, who buy stuff from Steam, are somewhat active on Steam, period. And this is claiming to be a law firm, claiming that they have a class action settlement lawsuit, whatever, and that they are going to get you compensated. Now, one of the questions that I do recall, and unfortunately I never screenshotted it, but it asked you how much you would like to get compensated. Now, typically, it would be like, okay, well, however much I paid. Okay? This one had 5 different options. One of them, one of the options was, of course, like $90. The other was like 180, and then there was one that was $2,700. And then there was the other 2 options. One was however much I've spent on Steam as a customer, and the other was however much my attorneys can get me. Which I thought that was sketchy because of the fact that that shouldn't be a question that would be asked. And in my opinion, it shouldn't be asked like that. Instead, it would just be shown that, how much have you spent on Steam, and then just going from there. And of course, if you haven't spent any money on Steam but you have an account, then okay, well, we'll get you compensated X amount of dollars, however much, they screwed you over by. But that is the gist of what's going on here. And I would say this is most definitely a scam. The reason why is, and what I mean by a scam is they're trying to get your Steam information. And with this, they can get your credit card information and any other payment methods that you may have attached to your Steam account. So, I would say it would be best in this case if you were to not click on it. And as unusual as that sounds, um, this one seems really, really sketchy. And so I would say just to be on the safe side, and there's nothing else about this company. There's nothing else about Bucher Law at all, or Bucher Law PLLC. There's nothing about them at all. There, I literally do a search on Google, and I search for them saying, Bucher Law PLLC, and there is one search result that comes up with, Bucher Law PLLC. You click on it, and it immediately says that the site can't be loaded. And my Wi-Fi is on and everything. So obviously, and it doesn't say anything about a bad connection. It just says something about, basically the domain is not being used. So again, that brings up another major red flag. So again, if you see this ad, I mean, you can click on the link and mess with them and all that other stuff if their site's even working. But if you ever see an ad from these guys, if you ever get an email, if you ever see it on YouTube, Google, whatever, wherever you may see it, do not click on it. And for obvious reasons.